I'm John from AddictedToGrilling.com, and I hope you enjoy tinkering in the workshop as much as you enjoy drilling, because today we're going to take a little walk on the wild side with a pretty crazy experiment. You see a lot of pieces in front of me here, and what I plan on doing with them is making a homemade cold smoker for under 50 bucks. Now, you can see I've got a little Smoky Joe grill here, which you can grab for about 30. This is the lid from it. And a few odds and ends from the appliance ducting or dryer ducting section of the hardware store, in my case, Home Depot. Grand total here, you're looking at about $14 worth of pieces, and I'll get into those in a moment. Now, the goal here is to turn any existing charcoal grill that has an open bottom vent into a homemade cold smoker. Hello, I'm John from AddictedToGrilling.com, and I hope you like working in the workshop Hello, I'm John from AddictedToGrilling.com, and I hope you like to tinker in the workshop as much as you like to grill, because we're going to go with a little wild experiment today. For the longest time, I have been wanting to try a cold smoker in my pursuit for the perfect dish of ribs, and I think it's high time we did it. So I am going to show you how to make a homemade cold smoker for under 50 bucks. Here's what you're going to need. The most important part, your existing grill. You need to have a charcoal grill with a large vent hole in the bottom. Let me show you what I mean. Now, as you can see here on my big green egg, I have a bottom vent with a fair-sized vent hole. And I need to have something that's going to be roughly about 5 to 6 inches around. 4 or 5 is better, but 5 to 6 would probably work. And the reason being is the last step of assembly of our homemade cold smoker is to stick a piece of dryer duct, aluminum dryer duct, into the hole so that the smoke can feed into our charcoal grill. Now, let's see the other parts that are involved. Okay, remember, our goal here, under 50 bucks. Here are the other pieces that you need. A small kettle grill. In this case, I've got a Weber Smoky Joe. Now, I know if you hunt around hard enough, you can find them for about 30 bucks. I'm pretty sure Amazon has it for $29.99 or somewhere along those lines. You might even find it in some of your local stores for about $30, $35. But if you go online, you can get it for $30. The other pieces, we've got 4 more. About $14 worth of easy to find hardware from Home Depot, Lowe's, any hardware store that will carry parts for dryer ductwork or AC ductwork. Here's what we got. A piece of flexible aluminum closed dryer duct that is 4 inches in diameter by 2 feet when extended. And you can also try one that's 4 feet by extended if you need a little more distance from your heat source, which would be the kettle grill, to your charcoal grill. I would not suggest trying an 8 foot, it would probably be just a bit too long. But I have 4 inch by 2 foot. A 4 inch collar, again, in the ductwork section. A 4 inch hose clamp, also in the ductwork section. And last but not least, some felt weather stripping. Usually found in the hardware section where you would find weather stripping for doors and windows. Now this is important. You want to use felt, not foam, nothing with adhesive, no caulking. So we're going to be working with high heat on our little kettle grill, and we don't want it to be toxic, so no melting, no toxicity. Go with felt. It's used on other grills, it's used on other smokers, it's safe, and it works. That's it. Those are all the pieces you need. And now here's what we're going to do with them. I'm going to show you the steps here because I don't want to take the camera down to my garage when I'm working. It's going to be very loud, a little messy. You won't be able to hear me, and I don't want to risk breaking the camera or else you're never going to see the end. So here's what we're going to do. Very simple. We're going to remove the vent from the kettle grill lid. In this case, I got a center rivet holding it on, so I'm going to drill that rivet out and take the vent piece off. Where the vent holes are cut in the lid beneath it, I am going to cut a 4 inch hole. I'm going to use a Dremel or rotary tool with some cutting discs to do it. If you have something else that'll work a little better, by all means use it. But a 4 inch hole so it will accept our 4 inch collar. Once you have that 4 inch hole cut, you're home free, because then all you have to do is put a little bit of the felt down around the perimeter, which I'll show you later, slip the collar in, reach underneath, and bend the tabs up, and this is attached. That's it. Once this is attached, you're gonna slip the hose clamp over the duct, slip them both onto the collar, tighten down your clamp, stick the other end into your regular charcoal grill, and you're good to go. That's it, easy as pie. Alright, it's time to go to the workshop and do a little cutting. We'll see you back here when it's done. Recap, here's how we made the hole. We drilled out the rivet that was holding our vent on, and then instead of a Dremel tool, handheld jigsaw with a metal cutting blade made very, very quick work of it. Just used one of the existing holes that was there to insert the blade down into, and just cut right around. Again, you want to cut your hole to 4 inches to fit your connector. So I just set it down, used a crayon to draw an outline, and hit it with the jigsaw. From this point on, it's easy. I'm going to take a piece of felt and cut it to length so it'll match the diameter of our pipe. Just get all the tabs in. Trim any excess. And just push it so it's nice and snug. Flip it over and bend your tabs to hold it in place nice and snug all the way around. Hope you can see what I'm doing there. Alright, you can see I got a nice tight fit. Nice and snug. Felt's in place to block the smoke. If you have any cracks or seams that let a little smoke out when you're working, you can just stuff a little piece of felt where you need to. In fact, I have 2 holes here that I'm going to fill with a small piece of felt. Alright, next up, take your 4-inch by 4-foot flexible dryer duct, hose clamp for 4-inch duct, set them over, clamp it on. Doesn't have to be real tight, just snug, just enough to hold it in place when you're setting up your rig. And last step is to set that system down by your charcoal grill. Extend this, shape it for the bottom duct on your charcoal grill, and slip it in. See you in a moment. And here we have it. This is it. You can see I've extended the flexible duct. Just kind of squeezed it down to shape it to the same rough shape as my lower vent on my charcoal grill. And it's just a matter of slipping it in, securing your lid. And that's it. That's all there is to it. Easy access. You can get in and out very easy to refeed your coals or your wood. And by having your smoke or heat source external to your grill, you're now cooking indirect. So you should be able to get your temperatures down so low that you can cold smoke if you want to, or up into the mid-range, 200 to 250 for doing things like ribs, brisket, etc. So there you go. There you have it. Under 50 bucks, an indirect or cold smoker, depending on how you want to use it. Thank you for stopping by. I'm John from Addicted to Grilling, and have fun with it.